GA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the City of Angels, Los Angeles, California. Today we've got a Week 8 matchup on tap here, as it'll be the Jacksonville Jaguars taking on the LA Chargers. Toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. To the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. A run for the first time with Bijan Robinson. And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6. Well, this defense for the Chargers, they were terrific last week in the win over Denver.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there, and they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
Second down and 3. In motion goes the tight end. Now Lawrence. They'll try and set up the screen to Tootin. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
And as you're game planning as a staff, you go through all the different ways you can neutralize the other guy's pass rushers. Extra linemen, leave a tight end in, bring the running backs back in to block. Or you can do this, a little simple screen pass, and it works to perfection.
All right, let's go. 13 look. Hey, kill.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Bijan Robinson with career touchdown number 109. That ties it with Barry Sanders on the all-time NFL list. And the Jags need just 3 plays to go down and take the early lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Herbert and the Chargers now with a 1st and 10 at about the 32. On the ground, this is Amarian Hampton. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. You look at this Jaguar defense. They currently sit at number 4 in the NFL in terms of stopping the run.
Numbers don't tell you everything, but they do paint a pretty good picture. We're talking about 2 top 5 units going at each other. One in running the ball, one in stopping the run. I think this is going to be a whole lot of fun myself.
They'll come up now 3rd and 9. Back to throw here, Herbert. That's complete. It's Loud McConkey. And he's going to be taken down at the 39, clearly short of the first by a few yards. Here we go on 4th. Herbert. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Jags take over in terrific field position. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Lawrence with the handoff to Robinson. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
2nd down and 8. To the right side and complete to Thomas. Just a gain of a couple there. And at 3rd down and 6 to go. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Looking to throw, Lawrence. Now he's going to step up and run. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
Now that's all about making
this the only league
because
that this stupid shit happens.
How about him buying some time outside of the pocket, waiting for someone to come open, and when he did, he put it on him for a big play and a 1st down.
Well, now they'll try the end around. And now they're going to get him down right.
Only league where stupid shit like that happen, dog.
They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because let's face it, you can't be predictable.
In position, read it and don't get it.
They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
All right, let's go.
And that is going to be incomplete as he let him a bit too much. I don't want to blow it too out of proportion, but maybe circle this play because if they get the stop and hold him to a field goal here, that's a pretty good job. They're already down on the scoreboard.
A stop now would be vital for them because it could save them from having to do it multiple times later in the game in order to either get back into it or maybe have a chance to win.
Lawrence. Got a man and he hits the stride. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. A great effort there. Hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Jaguars are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make the score 14-0. Here's the Jaguar kick team now as they run up and send this one away.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. That one goes for 24 yards. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Now Herbert going to shift his guys around. Back to throw now on 1st down. Throw left side complete. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to 45. That'll give him 8 that time. And it'll be 2nd and a couple.
2nd and 2.
Herbert now. Oh, he's got him in wide open, complete. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 20-yard line.
You can almost hear the siren relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed 1st down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
Baylor Tiger.
Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. He gives this to Hampton. And the Chargers are going to have a first and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
17 more yards.
Now they'll change things up.
Another Chargers first down. First and goal at the 3.
To the air again, Herbert. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Against a team coming off a win, just as your team did the previous week, you talk about being physical all game long. Sometimes being physical is just being on the spot and helping force the incompletion.
They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. And for the extra point, Cameron Dicker. And that one makes it 14-7. Here's Dicker now as he'll send this one away. And this one over the back line of the end zone. Well, they definitely don't want to give him a shot at returning it. That's obvious. So the ball will come out to the 30. Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. On play action, they'll throw. And this will be caught at the 30. Touchdown, Jaguars. A big play there. With touchdown number 2 in the game and now 11 on the year. And the Jaguars are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now 21-7.
Chargers 7.
Here's the Jaguar kick team now as they run up and send this one away. And he will be taken down here as the first quarter of play will come to an end. A pretty wild first quarter. 21-7, our score. The Charger drive about to get going. For this offense, Charles, remember the last time they were out here, marched it nearly the full length of the football field, and a lot of the attack went through the air, so now they're seeing if they can duplicate that performance.
Okay, if I show my age a little bit, Gardner, because I can hear my high school coach, John Ford. I can hear his voice in my head. Laddie, when you put the ball in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. For the way the game's being played now, this is just part of what they do, so I don't think they should change anything at all. They've been dominant. Keep throwing it around.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Now it's Herbert.
Why was it a bad pass? Why?
Coming into play and coming feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 43. Herbert changing things up.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Back to throw again. And he's got his man in stride, complete. Just need a yard here, 2nd and 1.
Brings up 2nd and a yard at the 34-yard line.
Herbert throwing again. He'll dump this off to Hampton, complete. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Marion Hampton, 34 yards. And the Chargers have got it back to within a score.
If I can just get my defense to help me out, just give me a stop.
Touchdown at 21-14. Now after the Dicker field goal, he's back out ready to send it away. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 30. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
It's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Defense don't be giving me no resistance.
You have to be a little careful. You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is.
No resistance, man.
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Wide open receiver complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. Another first down there as this one goes for 25.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Thomas, the man in motion left.
Come on, man. Come on, dog. Y'all be with the bullshit.
A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Jaguars have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Had the option to hand that one off or run it himself, but instead, a really easy, quick pass.
I like the way they made a decisive decision and get it right to the receiver. One move later.
Bro, you should have seen the first pass. You should have seen the first touchdown pass. You think that's cool. Bro, you should have seen the first pass. You should have seen the first touchdown pass. You think that's cool. Bro, you should have seen the first pass.
Here's the Jaguar kick team now as they run up and send this one away.
This the only fucking league that this shit happens in, dog. Any other league, it's a pick.
The Charger drive about to get going. Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits.
No, the game hold me.
Again, up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've got to be pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, play at the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
First connection there of the afternoon for those two, and it's good for a first down.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle. That's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. 2nd and 6. A run once more with Hampton. And he still is.
They not blocking for shit, man.
As they're going to stop him behind the line. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. So as they talk it over, we step aside. Here's Herbert. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And they finally bring him down, but he reaches the 16. A big play for L.A. 46 yards.
First and 10.
On first down, it's Hampton. And a good physical run that time. He's going to wind up gaining 5 on that one. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Herbert going to give to Hampton. And this carry brought to an end at the 8. Good stick skills, just not much room there to operate. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. Justin Herbert looking to pass. He'll try to pick it up himself. He throws it on the move, but can't connect as that falls incomplete.
Like what I see so far out of this defense, because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
Set. Lion. Hey, Kappa. Set.
They snap it to Herbert. Touchdown, Chargers. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Chargers take a chance, but they find pay dirt on 4th and goal. Extra point up and good by Dickey. And they're within 7 now, 28-21. So after the touchdown, here's Dicker out to kick this one off. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Just inside of a minute left, Charles. They got a pretty long field ahead of them. I'm curious to see how they play this, but you would think definitely enough time to at least try to get 3 out of this.
Yeah, you want to move with a nice sense of pace. You want to up the...
First mistake for him in the ball game as it's intercepted. Now he's loose at the 40. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line.
So first thing crosses my mind is why didn't they just sit on the lead and take it to the locker room? They're in good shape.
Absolutely. And from this spot on the field, now you've given the other side a chance for points here going into intermission.
Yeah, you changed the momentum of the game, and it's something you did not need to do.
After the turnover, here's Herbert. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. And the Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. Throwing on 2nd and long. Herbert. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Herbert. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is pacing 4th down.
And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And that'll bring him back within 4. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and try to put some points on the board.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
He'll air it out deep for Thomas. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. That's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Lawrence will throw. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
This defense has passed its first 2 tests by forcing back-to-back incompletions. They know there's probably another throw coming on 3rd down. Let's see if they decide to force the issue by sending people on a blitz.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Here's Lawrence to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got him incomplete.
Let's go. To Brian Thomas Jr. A gain of 11 on the play.
And now the clock will stop as he's able to get up and spike it here. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Smith, the man in motion left. Final play of the half. It's Lawrence. Going for a right side here. Complete. Yeah, he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3?
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the 3rd quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the 3rd quarter.
Here's a 2nd and 9 now from the 29. Here's Herbert. And he will find his man on the outside. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
And the Chargers, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
Well, this game has certainly had no shortage of offense. Both teams have been revved up from the start. And here's yet another big play. Boy, both defenses have just got to be dragging out there because they've been run ragged throughout.
And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. A really nice gain of 25 yards. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Herbert going to change the play here. Again, he'll drop to throw. And this will be caught in the end zone for a Chargers touchdown. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Chargers have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And that gives them a 3-point lead.
The kickoff for the Chargers.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 35-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive.
And they'll be working from behind now following the touchdown a moment ago on the opening drive of the half.
I think the guys right now, as they go out on offense, they're zeroing in on one big key. They don't have to do anything differently just because they're down on the scoreboard now. The intent, still the same in what they plan to do on offense.
He's going to go for a big play downfield. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Over the dime looked on defense. Two extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Now Lawrence to throw. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it.
Now he's going to throw it deep to the other side of the field. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
Well, when the running game's not working, sometimes you just got to take a few more chances down the field. That's a good effort, but it winds up incomplete.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
Hey, son. Stay right open. Sink right.
On play action, Lawrence.
That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
For once in my life, I'll be succinct. In a one-possession game, every single stop like that could be a difference maker.
And here's Ryan Wright now.
And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And he couldn't get it to check out. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going.
A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
The partner as a former defensive back, you have almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Back to throw here, Herbert. And he's got his big tight end here. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
First and 10 at the 19-yard line.
Herbert back to the air. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. 2 yards on the pickup there. And it's 2nd down. There it is, the defense waking up after 3 plays that hurt them. Finally, they stand up.
They have a little pride, too, you know. 3 straight first down type plays. Yeah, they wanted to make one stick on their side, didn't they?
And this is caught. He's got a touchdown. From 17 yards out. And the Chargers are able to stretch out their lead. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Here's Dicker now as he'll send this one away.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
And Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3 and out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. You got to get going.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
Lawrence with a quick throw outside. That's complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. And in 2 plays just like that, they're already operating in the red zone.
They made that way too easy for them. No one is supposed to be that open against an NFL defense. Once he caught the ball, there wasn't anybody close enough to stop it. And he was able to continue downfield after making the catch.
Hey, run!
And they'll bring the big tight end across the formation left.
Now Lawrence.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Give him 2 yards. That sets him up first and goal. So a decent deficit at this stage in the second half. 4-down territory?
No doubt about it. There's not a chance that he hasn't looked ahead and said, okay, if we gain yardage on this play, this is what we'll do going forward. If we lose yardage, this is the play call that I'll have ready.
Lawrence going to fire it out wide, complete.
And this one will wind up with him losing yardage. Back to the 4-yard line.
It's a loss of 1. Brings up second and goal at the 4-yard line.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. Second and goal. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
Now they send the tight end in motion left.
On third and goal, Lawrence.
And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. They're able to hold him to 3 there, and that leads to a 4th and goal.
Completed pass brings up a 4th down situation. Do you play analytics on this one? Well, you know, what do your analytics tell you about going for it here? I wonder what they would say.
They tell me you're down by this margin, 4th quarter. You're going. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Deion Henry. And the Chargers are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down.
Well, field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here. Maybe take some chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game. But give credit to this defense. They've really stood tall throughout, and they come up with the interception in the end zone.
That's good for 28 yards.
Well, normally you might say start running the football. You've got the lead here in the 4th quarter, but the way that they've passed it with such success, I don't know, maybe keep throwing it.
Yeah, I think you brought up something that goes against conventional wisdom, right? At this stage of the game, you would think you would switch to a running attack, but you're exactly right. They've thrown it so well throughout the game, and trusting this quarterback, I think you continue to do so. I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Herbert. And he comes back with one complete. These two have picked up 9 times now this afternoon as they pick up the first.
I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because to me this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
Again, Herbert. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. Herbert now. Wide open receiver complete. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Ladd McConkey, 30 yards. And the Chargers are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter. Now after the Dicker field goal, he's back out ready to send it away. And that one not returnable, not by a long stretch, over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 35-yard line. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Remember, they have won 3 straight, but getting to 4 straight does not appear to be in the cards as they are in a big 4th quarter hole. Smith will come in motion right. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up, 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Motion left, Smith. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And that's caught inside the 30. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. 36 yards on the play.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Here's Lawrence. Letting one go deep for the end zone.
Pick that off, man. Come on, bro.
They're at the point of the ball game now where they've got to take some chances. They've got to put the ball in the air and just see what happens. But this defense knows that all too well.
Now Lawrence. He gets it to Thomas. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Lawrence going to throw again. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. From 17 yards out. And the Jaguars have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Well, they needed 3 scores to have any chance. There's the first of the 3 as they get into the end zone.
Yeah, Brandon, I think that our guys at Next Gen Stats in charge of the win probability are probably saying your chances still aren't great. But now, you still got more than 3 minutes to go. You got to focus on the task at hand, which is going to be getting the football back as quickly as possible.
Line up for the 2-point conversion.
Lawrence going to look to throw for it. And he'll get in for the 2 points as that'll cut the lead down from 11 to 9.
Jaguars 36.
Two scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And they got it. They recovered it. But hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down. Well, CD, you understand. I mean, they're so eager trying to get back in this game here in the 4th quarter, but they touched that one a little too early before it went 10 yards.
Brandon, in such a high-stakes scenario, everyone's feeling the pressure on this play. The special teams coordinator, which one is he going to pick in terms of kicks? Can the kicker execute it? Can the team wait for 10 yards? So many variables, and in this case, they didn't get it done.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. A good pick up there of 20 yards.
1st and
It may seem a little unorthodox to some people. Got the lead, fourth quarter, yet he's still firing away. I think he believes that's the best way to go ahead and win the game.
Yeah, a lot of coaches say, let's just run the football, be conservative. He's sticking to his game plan.
No, that is his game, and that's what they're going to ride.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Out of the gun, they'll run with Hampton. And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. And it's incomplete. They can convert, and they turn it over. The 4th down play doesn't work for the Chargers. And it'll be a turnover on downs. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. They go play action now. Lawrence. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there. It's 2nd down. He did an okay job of absorbing the hit, just couldn't secure the football through the catch.
And he was right there on the spot and forced the incompletion. That's something defenders work on all the time. If you're there, make the contact, but continue to work your way through the receiver so that you can't possess the football and turn it into a catch.
He's going to let this one go deep. And this will be caught at the 30. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Gun. Hey, run. Hey.
Bro, how when I pass committed, dog?
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A great effort there. 27 yards. And the Jaguars have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. Important extra point up and through. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So just under 2 minutes to play, and this would figure to pretty much be your ball game right here. And this will not work out. The Chargers able to recover. And now looking at the clock here, they do have 2 timeouts, but even if they force a 3 and out, they're going to have very little time remaining.
So that means they've got to be aggressive and find a way to knock the ball free. They've got to come up with it because they can't just rely, as you noted, on using their timeouts and getting the ball back. They might not have any time to mount an attack, even if they do play it that way.
Got a man that's caught inside the 10. Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down.
Let's go. Hey, easy. Set. 380. Crowd right. Go.
Herbert now to throw. And he's got it. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
At the 1-yard line.
Hampton, touchdown, Chargers.
Sometimes offenses get too cute down near the goal line, but there's nothing fancy about this one. As Coach Lombardi would say, we get a seal here, And we get a seal here. And we run this play in the alley. And that's good work to hit the hole hard and finish in the end zone.
So after the touchdown, here's Dicker out to kick this one off. And that one not returnable. It's over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 30-yard line. Here's 1st and 10.
Easy, Ralph.
Throwing now, Lawrence.
And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly.
Pass complete, Thomas.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
With that last completion, CD's now over 400 yards passing in the game, and quite a few of those have come via some pretty big strikes downfield. Certainly not afraid to challenge this secondary, and it's been successful.
I like your observation there, partner, because I agree. This is a group more than capable of torching a secondary any week, as evidenced by their combined stat line here. And the time we have remaining wouldn't shock me at all to see them take another deep shot.
And he's going to down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds.
And let's face it, this defense has had its share of struggles all game long, and they know that they can put it all behind them if they defend well here in the 2-minute drill. Excellent coverage right there to force the incompletion.
Why does that play work every time he fucking do it, dog?
A great play there. 41 yards. And the Jaguars have cut it back within a score. Point after try forthcoming. And the lead is down to 2.
Making the score, Chargers 52,
So down only 2 now. Still a chance to finagle their way into field goal range if they can get this onside kick. And this will not work out. The Chargers able to recover. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though now. This one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
Oh, he's got a man wide open complete.
This aggressive approach. Got the lead, fourth quarter, continuing to throw the football. Are you thinking about Super Bowl 51? Atlanta had the lead against New England, and they ended up giving it up?
I was going to say, don't say it, but you did say it.
I did, didn't I?
Yeah, anybody watching Atlanta, our apologies. This will be caught at the 2.
And he will have a Charger first down, and that should be the one that gets him to the finish line.
First and goal at the 2-yard line.
59.
Now Herbert going to change the look.
Hey, go. 12. 59.
Going for the knockout punch. He'll try and run.
And somehow he's going to get a yard out of this as he fought through that first contact. It's second down.
It's a gain of a yard.
You know, when this offense gets down here near the end zone, they're going to turn to their bell cow. This guy's been a touchdown machine all year. Excellent job stopping him there on first down.
Second and goal from the 1.
Set. 12. 380. Ready.
And this is caught. Couldn't seal it. It's a touchdown. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Here's Dicker now as he'll send this one away. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. This is 1st and 10. Here's Lawrence. Oh, that is incomplete.
Give him big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
Here comes 2nd down. Straight ahead, it's Robinson. And he'll be corralled right around the 34.
He's tackled at the 34-yard line.
And they do spike it in time with just 1 second remaining.
Another try, 2nd and 10 now. A final shot now for Lawrence.
Thomas has got it, complete. And they've got it well across midfield, down to the 40 before it's all said and done.
Well, this was a fun one today if you like points. A lot of them went on the board. Both offenses were clicking. Charles, these defenses, meanwhile, have a little something to clean up before their next contest.
Yeah, neither end zone had a stop sign in it, did they? I mean, for both sides, visit it, and with frequency. Not fun to be a defensive player, but on the offensive side of the ball, those guys had a blast. One team came away with a victory, even better for them.
So for the Chargers, they level their mark at 4-4 on the year.
McConkey don't even get the ball no more.